color can be technically correct, matching your skin, your instinctive immediate reaction to it may give you positive feelings, but it is wrong or who you want to be. And I look like a depressed croissant. It's actually to understand why certain colors feel aligned and others don't. But this year, with Mocha Mousse, I'm struggling. She admired the freedom, yet she didn't feel she could claim it. Yet. Some people put the color beige on and they look like quiet luxury. I am wearing beige and I look like a depressed croissant. So let's talk confidence colors today. The shades that make you feel powerful and the ones that actually emotionally kill you. And no, I promise this is not another seasonal color lecture. There are 3 reasons a color might not work for you. First, let me tell you how the idea of this video started. It's Pantone's fault because the 2025 color of the year is Mocha Mousse. A cozy, warm beige, a mix of latte and chocolate. In theory, what can be more magic than chocolate and coffee together, right? For me, it just does not land the way it promises. Did I have to embrace the color of the year and buy garments in that color? No. Do I follow color trends? I don't anymore. But I like the idea of the color of the year, and I was always enthusiastic about it, as if a color could save a year or make it more luminous or better. Anyhow, color excites me, and I love wearing colors. I think this is clear by now here on the channel. Now, last year's color of the year was peach fuzz. And I tried so many garments in peach fuzz here on the channel that my friends started sending me peach fuzz wishes for my birthday. But this year, with Mocha Mousse, I'm struggling. So for those of you struggling to embrace one color, no matter which color is that, let me dismantle the 3 reasons a color might not work for you. The first reason a color might not work for you is related to the color theory and the seasonal typology. Color theory explains why some color combinations look balanced and why others clash. Seasonal typology takes that and asks which colors naturally harmonize with my features or how does this color sit on my skin. I have an entire playlist if you want to learn more about color theory and seasonal typology, but just remember that this is the technical side, how a color sits on your skin. Now, the second reason why you may struggle with a color is emotional response, the colors that change how you feel. Some shades energize you, some soothe you, and some completely drain you. And this is deeply personal. A color that lifts me may do nothing for you, and the other way around. So those of you who did not enjoy my little Mocha Mousse story, you are still here, I hope. I get you. Mocha Mousse is your energizing color, but maybe you struggle with other colors and you want to know why. So stay till the end to find out. Emotional response is not about seasonal typology, what color sits good on your skin. Emotional response to colors is your present moment reaction actually. The way it makes your body feel before you even think about it. It is an immediate reaction, instinctive and sometimes subconscious. Did you ever wonder why you avoid some racks of clothes when entering a shop that's arranged by color? It may very well be that instant reaction to color which comes from the oldest part of our brain, the part that responds before we even have time to think. That's why a color can feel wrong instantly, even if it should suit you technically, even if it should look good on your skin. That emotional response is deeply personal but also cultural. And this is yet another layer people don't talk too much about. It's personal because a color can remind you of someone from your past. It may be a grandmother who always wore mustard yellow. It may be a friend who loved bright blue, or a school uniform you didn't feel yourself in. For me, red always reminds me of my mother because she has a love story with red color ever since I can remember her. And color is cultural too. Some cultures embrace bold, vibrant palettes. Think of African prints full of life and energy, and others lean into minimalism or pastel or deep earthy tones. In conclusion, a color might technically suit you, sit well on your skin, but if it doesn't match the emotional or cultural world you come from, it won't feel like home. That's why confidence colors don't come from a chart. They come from an actually lived experience. Here's also an example of how a color that won't suit you based on your color theory can emotionally pump you up. Last year's peach fuzz was a warm spring color, but I'm not a spring typology. Technically, it didn't suit me, but emotionally, I felt great in it. I was instinctively drawn to it because of the energy, the joy, and optimism it gave me. This shows something important. The palette you get when you conduct a color theory and seasonal typology test is a guide, but your emotional connection to the color matters just as much. And then the third reason a color may not work on you is the identity alignment, the colors that express who you are. This is where style lives actually. A color can be technically correct, matching your skin. In addition, your instinctive immediate reaction to it may give you positive feelings, but it is wrong for who you want to be. And this explains some things we all do. We sometimes love a color in theory or admire it on someone else, but we never wear it ourselves because it doesn't align with the identity we associate with that color. You may have a spring typology and look very well in bright yellow, also feel emotionally energized when wearing this color, but it doesn't match your self-concept of being elegant, strong, or sophisticated. You may be energized by cherry red and look also very good in it due to your winter typology, but it doesn't align with your identity as someone who is more soft, thoughtful, or even understated. We can also take the example of black. May not be suiting your summer typology, but may make you feel confident and structure and matches your identity as someone who likes clarity, focus, and minimalist. These are some examples. You may not relate to all of them, but you may have other examples, and if you can share them here below in the comments with me, I will be really grateful. So identity alignment is about how you want to present yourself, how you see your personality, who you are becoming, the aesthetic language that feels authentic for you, the energy you want to project. So identity alignment, unlike emotional response in color, is not an instinctive reaction. It's something thought through and analyzed, and maybe sometimes overanalyzed, overthought. From this perspective, a color can align with who you are right now, it can align with the person you are becoming, or it can completely clash with the person you feel inside. And I think this clash is what so many women experience in professional environments. We are told to dress appropriately, professionally, often meaning neutral, muted, and predictable clothes and colors. But if that color language doesn't match your inner identity, it can backfire because you can feel smaller, less expressive, or disconnected from yourself. One woman in one of my trainings told me she loved the deep purple shade I was wearing and said that in a feminist world, women should embrace more color. But she herself was dressed head to toe in navy. She admired the freedom, yet she didn't feel she could claim it. Yet. So this is a conflict so many of us live with. I believe this is why also so many people gravitate towards the neutral, quiet luxury palette right now. Not because it aligns with their personality, but because the identity looks safe in professional environments, looks attractive on Instagram, and that identity is something that really attracts us. Now, don't get me wrong, some people genuinely thrive in beige, in taupe, in mocha mousse, and soft browns. For them, these colors match their season and their sense of self, and they feel grounded and energized in them. I think for me, the magic really happens when a color both feels good and expresses who I am. That's emotional alignment and identity alignment working together. Now, a good exercise I usually do is to reflect on what story, archetypes, and identities I attach to every shade I wear and why. Because most of the times, those associations override what we actually feel. So we can become disconnected from what we actually feel by trying to project a certain persona to the world, the professional world, and the world in general. Take the example of red shades. Most people immediately think power, confidence when they see somebody wearing red. But others can think this is about sexuality, about visibility, this person really wants to be visible. Now, because of this association, you may want to avoid it. That's not the energy you want to project. It's okay not to want to embrace any color. The point isn't to love every trend. It's actually to understand why certain colors feel aligned and others don't. So you can make choices that will support your confidence. But if you are as enthusiastic as me to adapt the color of the year to suit your palette and your personality, even if the shade isn't perfect for your typology, but it excites you and it feels like you can try different ways of shifting from this color. You can shift the temperature. For example, Mocha Mousse from a warm temperature to a cool one, like dark chocolate or plum brown in this case. You can adjust placement. You can wear the color that doesn't suit you lower on the body or as an accessory. You can find your mood version. If Mocha Mousse isn't your best beige, find a cool, smoky equivalent that matches your season. Maybe a taupe type of color, or for me it's gray actually, which is far away from Mocha Mousse, but gray is my lighter neutral that I like to wear. And then you can also use contrasts strategically. You can pair a color that is draining with a strong one to balance the effect. Like I do here with this jacket, which I really like because of the patterns and also the way the colors are so harmoniously put together. In order not to let the brown drain me, I usually wear this with a turtleneck in a color that suits me, like this navy one. Another thing you can do, you can build your own confidence palette. These are my confidence colors, and I'm sharing them with you to see that you can build your own color, your own palette, no matter the trend of that year. Think of this as a template. Every person should have one bold color, one grounding, calming color, and one neutral that they feel incredible in. I'm curious, what is the color you wanted to love but you just couldn't? And what's one color that always makes you feel like your best self? Your answers will also help me, but also others, to discover new palettes. Now, you know by now that I celebrate color in all forms. I love seeing people express themselves, whether that's Mocha Mousse, neon pink, or deep navy, or all of them together. And even though Mocha Mousse doesn't thrill me, I love that it may thrill you actually. Color is so personal. The right color supports your energy and your identity and your confidence. Wear what feels right for you. Wear what actually supports you and what makes you feel alive. And don't forget to subscribe because more of videos like this will follow. And until next time, keep it playful.